Energized show, up the Irish.
Okay, what's going on, guys? And welcome to a brand new episode of Energized, brought to you by Forged Irish Stout. Ross,
are you intoxicated or something?
Introduce the guest, man.
Today we have two of the most handsome and best fighters out of next gen Liverpool. It is the Southport Strangler. It is Nathan Fletcher, and it is the King of France. It's the one and only Adam Cullen. Lads, how are we doing?
Doing very good, boys. Yous are moving up in the world, aren't you? I don't think you had a sponsor last time we come on, and now the Forged Stout. Hey, that's fair play to you. That's nice. Moving
Forged
on up.
Irish Stout. The
Forged
creamiest and smoothest stout in the game.
All right.
Nice. Congratulations on the new sponsorship, boys.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Means a lot to us. Helps us keep doing what we're doing and producing that premium content. You know what I mean? So we love it. We love it. Premium stout for the premium content. But
Ross
boys,
promos, man.
you know it. But lads, obviously Cage Warriors Manchester. It's going to be a bit of a next gen takeover. 8 next gen lads on the card. You guys are up the top of the bill. How much are you looking forward to this, and what is the buzz in next gen at the moment with all these fights coming at the one time?
Yeah, it's flying at the minute. The gym's absolutely going off. I mean, like you said, 8 of us on the card, and I don't think anyone in the gym thinks it's going to be anything but 8 finishes, and 8 brutal finishes at that. Do you know what I mean? We're all coming in, peaking at the right times, all training together, and everyone just can't wait for it. So, I mean, I especially can't wait to get in there. I know Nate's the same. But all the lads, we know it's going to be a big night for the gym.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, Nate, you live a bit further away from the gym. Does it make that drive to and fro the gym that bit easier, knowing that you're going in there with so many active bodies at the same time?
Yeah, it definitely does. I think it just helps with training camp, helps with everything. That you're going through the emotions, you're going through the tough sessions and that with the lads. You're all fighting on the same date, so we've all got the same goal in mind. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like a shared experience, which does definitely make it a lot easier. But I get little baby, he gets me through the drives to and from the gym as well, so that makes the driving a bit easier.
For people tuning in now, the lads are competing on the 29th of September in Manchester's BEC Arena. Make sure to check it out. It's going to be live on UFC Fight Pass. Ross, we're absolutely buzzing for it, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely buzzing for it. Can't wait for it. Nathan, tell us this. I think the question on everyone's lips is, how come this one wasn't for the title? Everyone wanted to see you with a Cage Warriors belt wrapped around your waist. Are you disappointed it's not for the title? And surely a win here next can only mean that bantamweight title in sight.
Yeah, I know everyone probably was expecting for me to be fighting for the title next, especially with Cullen moving on to the UFC. But I'm not disappointed. It is what it is. I think coming off that big win in April, I was expecting that maybe my next fight would be for the belt. But saying that, I'm only on a 2-fight win streak since my last title fight, so I don't mind getting another fight in there, getting more experience. Again, I've got a tough opponent with not an undefeated record, but a winning record, 5-1. So I'm racking up wins against high caliber opponents. You know what I mean? And that's what's important to me at the minute, just keeping this winning streak going. And if a title fight materializes itself after this one, then obviously I'd take that with both arms. But right now I'm focused on this fight, and I'm happy with the way my career's going on Cage Warriors, and I'm just happy to be getting back in there in Manchester. I'm fighting in front of near enough a hometown crowd. Do you know what I mean? So,
unbelievable! Yeah, when you win,
yes,
I'll be there.
Also, in the build up to this one, Adam, I saw you said that there's no crowd like a Manchester crowd, but come on, man, the Dublin crowd.
Nah, it's bad me walking out in Dublin. When I'm walking out in Manny, it's something else. You boys haven't even got to experience it yet, but one day we'll get you down there. It's different gravy, especially with all the lads on the card. I mean, it's in Manny, but it's not like it might as well be in Liverpool, the amount of lads we've got on there. So
we've been to Old Trafford. The crowd's not great there, to be honest, but like
exactly. Yeah. Oh, there's no one from Liverpool there, is there? But it's different gravy when we're on these Manny cards.
Yeah, and then Adam, I just want to touch on yourself, because obviously last time out you were unsuccessful. It was the first loss of your career. How much are you looking forward to bounce back from that and righting that wrong? And obviously, you know, Nathan had that loss in the title fight. Have you spoken to him about coming back from the loss or anything like that, or spoke to your teammates about coming back from your first loss?
You know what? It doesn't even feel like coming back for a loss for me. Like, I needed that, and like that was the best thing that's ever happened to me. And to be honest,
Why did you need that, Adam?
because I think I was just running away with things a little bit too much. To be honest, I reckon I'd be in the UFC now if I wouldn't have lost that fight. And would I have been ready? Would I have been making the right decisions? Probably not. So now I feel like I'm coming back as just a more composed, deadly fighter. And I can't wait to show it. And on Friday night, I am going to punch a hole in someone's face. So we'll just all see, you know what I mean? Right the wrongs with fists, and I can't fucking wait for it.
Adam, you said you were making the wrong decisions. What decisions were you making wrong with?
Just rushing, not being composed, probably cutting too much weight as well. I am a big lightweight, and I was cutting more weight than I needed to be physically imposing. And then going in there, I'm relentless, and I was trying to force being relentless, but my style is relentless anyway. So just being more composed, taking my time more. I get finishes all the time anyway. I don't need to force them, and I feel like sometimes I force it a little bit, and I definitely did in that fight. And then that mixed in with the bad weight cut, it all seemed to line up. All the little mistakes I've made all made the perfect storm, and that showed on that night. But I needed that because, again, how do you learn from mistakes when you're smashing everyone? But now I know what I was doing wrong. I had a long, hard look at myself, and I'm back, and I'm going to be back smashing people.
We don't do it buts or maybes like we do absolutes.
100%.
Yeah. No, it's good to see you're back, Adam, as well, because obviously after that loss, we were in touch with you, but now you look ready back ready than ever. And that's why we can't wait to see yourself and Nathan compete on the card on the 29th. Can't we not, Ross?
No, absolutely not. Guys, obviously we touched on 8 next-gen fighters fighting the card. Nathan, who's someone in the gym that's fighting on the card? Obviously, you can't name yourself or Adam, that you'd be looking out for, that the fans should be looking out for. Who's the next gen's next rising star?
Well, obviously, we've got a lot of like household names on this card already, and me and Adam, Matt Bonner, Luke Riley. But the names you want to be looking out for are the likes of the guys like Ben Kelly. Ben Petches Kelly hasn't fought on Cage Warriors yet, but he's been around the gym for the last few years, leveling up with all of us as we've been sort of making our journeys onto Cage Warriors. And now's his time to burst onto the scene. So it's not like he's coming out of nowhere. Do you know what I mean? He's been in the trenches with us for years. But this is his opportunity now to explode onto the scene, and I genuinely believe he's gonna get a first round knockout and make a big statement. Within the next sort of 18 months, Ben Petches Kelly is going to be a name to watch out for in the Cage Warriors welterweight division. So keep an eye out for him. And then obviously the rest of the lads on the card, we've got loads of exciting fighters. Crazy Chris Price is back after his first loss. He's full time at our gym now, so he's always entertaining, and I think you're going to see a much more composed version of himself. Adam Wilson's back fighting after 2 years out the cage. Mine and Adam's favourite fighter. He's super effective. So shout out to Adam Wilson. He's going to be on the card, and yeah, the whole gym. The only man we're missing is Liam Gittins. The nightmare that would have made it having him on the card as well, but unfortunately he's not on this one. So, but we've got 8 lads still, and it's going to be 8-0 on the 29th.
Absolutely, I'm buzzing for it. What about yourself, Adam? Obviously, Nathan sort of went through the list there, but who's going to get the job done the fastest come fight night? Because you're expecting 8 wins and 8 finishes. Who's going to be the fastest man to get the job done? And you can back yourself on that.
Obviously.
I love the way you said, I've learned now Russian, but I'm still going to get the fastest finish.
Someone's head in. That's just standard. Be composed, but still going to be deadly. You know me.
Yeah, exactly. Sure, you're actually a first round merchant.
That's it. Yeah,
getting done in one.
Don't get paid over.
Lads, I saw in the build up to this you were hanging out with the Hardwick brothers, and you went for one of those legendary Paramos. Can you tell us exactly what it was like going for a Paramo with the Hardwicks? I say it was very romantic, wasn't it?
It was very romantic, actually. Yeah, it was like a little double date. But do you know what? Those Paramos.
Tell us the truth.
I'm not going to say anything bad about them because I don't want Harry or George to kill me. But, like, don't know. They're not all... they were nice.
I liked eating it. It was the aftermath.
The aftermath,
like, didn't recover for about 2 or 3 days from... Like, they're made of different stuff. Them northeasters, if they can stomach them every day because, wow, I was in a bad way. It felt like I had 5 rounds.
it probably wasn't wise to have that in between sparring with the Hardwicks and then going back and wrestling with them at night. Not the best fuel to put in your body midday for a training day. But listen, we live and we learn, don't we? So next time we go up, either we'll go after the fight and enjoy a Parmo, or we'll go for a day of training and we won't get a chicken Parmo.
You know the photo where they came out or whatever and they were in front of you. Was that like an extra large one, or what's the story? Because they looked absolutely massive. Or were the Hardwicks trying to, pull a fast one on you and bring you to a place with the biggest Paramo in town?
Like they were telling us, they were going, get a full one. A half one might be too small. I'm like, going, you sure? Yeah, get a full one. And that was a full one. So that was just like regular Paramo. Largest the fucking, that video doesn't even do it justice. No idea about anyone eats one of them. George only bodied this one and then starts eating off our plate as well. He's an animal when it comes to eating them. But me and Nate probably got about halfway through and we're dead.
Yeah, we were fit.
Boys finishing RT for us. It's mad.
So you'd recommend a half Paramo for
Paramo, yeah. If you're not from the northeast, you need a half Paramo, and even that probably take you a full day to recover.
Grand. At least we know when the Hardwicks when we're going over for brunch with the Hardwicks, the half Paramo will do. Although, like I feel like they'd shame you into getting a full one.
Yeah, well, Cage Warriors Newcastle, that's coming up. You lads get over, go for a Paramo with the Hardwicks. That'll be like your bucket list ticked off there, won't it?
Yeah,
I don't know if Graham will have us over, lads. I think he has us barred from going to the UK. We'll find out at Cage Warriors Dublin, though, lads.
Yeah, we caused too much havoc up there.
Why is he barred you from the UK shows? We was rowdy that last one or something.
We were getting rowdy as typically, and then we interviewed him at the end, and he said stay energized, and he was never the same again. And even Ian Dean still goes around with the energized glasses to this day, man. Like, you mean?
No way.
He doesn't take them off.
Doesn't take them off. Yeah. When he's doing his matchmaking, he has them. They all have them on.
When he's clapping at the side of the cage, does he have the energized glasses on?
Yeah, he does. He goes. What would the energized boys say? That's what he says to himself.
Maybe he's trying to get a deal, the forged Irish stout deal himself, so we can have a little stout while he's watching the fights. You never know. This Ian is a businessman.
It could be done. You never know.
Yeah. When come Dublin, we'll have a few cans of Forge Irish Stout for himself and Graham.
Oh, you'll love you.
Is fighting in Dublin, lads? Is that on one of your bucket lists?
I would have liked to have fought Cullen in Dublin if he was still in Cage Warriors, but obviously it's just what's the word? It's just not the right opportunity. Like, I'm not really thinking I'd love to fight in Dublin, but I'd like to fight an Irishman in Dublin maybe, and Cullen would have made a lot of sense. That would have been a good. Like, when I visualised my year and I thought about that date, that would have been a nice thing to add to the bucket list. But with him gone now, I'm not necessarily necessarily looking to fight in Dublin though.
I just felt
the correct answer was yes, Nathan. The correct answer was yes.
I fought in Dublin and I fought in Belfast. So I fought in Ireland twice. You know what I mean?
Nathan, I think
Dublin. Who would you put us against then?
Adam Cullen. Who would have put Adam Cullen against? Adam Cullen versus Leon Hill in Dublin.
Easy.
Great fight.
I think that was one of the fights we were talking about before when we were matching up to see who could fight for the title, because we obviously thought that George was going to win, and then we were saying maybe Cullen against Leon Hill. What about for Nathan?
I think he just has to fight Rhys McKeown next, no matter where it is. Like, there's literally no other fight I want to see than him versus Rhys McKeown.
Nathan, what did you make when Cullen got signed by the UFC? Like, because everyone was, but like that was just a collision course, like waiting to happen for the title. Like, when he signed, were you disappointed?
Not really, no. My goal has been the Cage Warriors title and getting signed to the UFC myself. My goal isn't to beat Cullen. I think it just would have made a good fight, because obviously we have a bit of history. I've already beat him in the amateur scene. He was training at Carbon. I'm at Next Gen, so it's like rivalry in the gyms as well. So it would have made for a good occasion and for a big fight, which is obviously a good experience for me as well in my career, to have those sort of big moment fights before you get into the UFC to prepare you for that pressure and dealing with it. But it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? He's on his journey. I'm on mine. I'm sure. Well, I'm not sure actually, because I don't know how long he's going to last in the UFC, but we might collide at some point when I'm in the UFC. Maybe when he's on the way down and I'm on the way up, we'll see what happens. But
can you not just both be on the way up now?
Can you not support each other, Nathan? Come on, you're all living in Liverpool. Oh, well, you're all like repping out of Liverpool. You should support each other now.
You know what? If he was nice to me, I'd be nice to him. But I reciprocate the energy that I receive from everyone. You know, so
he'd be nice if you met you in person. He's a nice guy in person.
He's extended the Nathan's extending the olive branch here, Ross. He's probably watching this. He's probably watching this.
Everyone's a nice guy in person, aren't they? Really, you never really come across anyone you're like, oh, he was a dickhead. So, but online, it's a different story, isn't it? So,
yeah, until you meet me, Nathan.
Yeah. Until you meet Ross.
Yeah, never met you. He's mad. You're probably cunts in person, aren't you?
Oh yeah, real dickheads. Real dickheads.
I am. Ross just looks like one, but I actually am one in real life. But Adam, what sort of way is the climb back towards the lightweight title looking for you now as well? Because like you're obviously looking to go out with a win here on the 29th, and then like the title is always going to be the next thing in sight. Like, what way are you looking to go towards that now?
I just don't really give a fuck about any of that. I'm in my own lane, do you know what I mean? I'm my own man. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I'm not looking at anyone else in the division because I don't even think any of them are on my level. So I'm just going to do me, stay active, finish people, and get loads of fights in, and then get my way onto the UFC. I'm not really worried about anyone else. Cage Warriors can do all the matchmaking they want. At the end of the day, I got beat. People are still talking about me, so I don't really care. I'm just going to do my own thing. Whoever they put in front of me, I'm going to stop them. And then I'll keep going until they tell me it's time to fight for the belt.
That's a promo.
Yeah.
Lads, I was also watching the Next Gen's YouTube channel. Make sure to check it out. Like, subscribe, and share, obviously. But you've got new mats in the gym. Tell us what that was like and the gym done up.
Yeah, it was nice. We got kitted out by Zebra, so they come in and done a full remodel of the downstairs, which was much needed, to be honest, because the old mats were getting ripped to shreds. So we've got the full sprung floor now. So when you get on it, it feels like a proper cage. Do you know what I mean? You might have seen I put a story up of me doing all flips on it. Obviously, I'm so athletic. I was just taken to it like a gymnast. But boss, yeah, it's good. It's nice to have new mats. I feel like we're a world-class gym, but like we weren't a world-class facility. But now we've got this in. We were starting to look the part. Do you know what I mean? So it's very good, and it's brought everyone on. It's nice when you look good, you feel good. You know what I mean? You fight good, and that's what the gym's doing now. I've had a makeover, and it's brought everyone on. The training's improved. Everything's we're moving on up in the world.
As Octagon Ireland head coach Paddy Hewlin says, a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter.
That's right.
We're two very happy fighters at the minute, and we can't wait for next.
The two are looking too happy for this show, lads. It must be the glasses, Ross. Lads, tell us this. Cage Warriors Manchester. How many people are you expecting to go witches to Manchester? Because as you said, there's going to be 8 next gen lads in the card. How many buses or trains are going to be driving or heading towards the BEC arena on the 29th?
Yeah, plenty of buses. I mean, there's going to be a big crowd for all the lads. So, to be honest, I can't really see anything other than a full home crowd for us.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it? 2,000 seats or whatever. 2,000 people cheering for all the next gen lads. It's going to go off. I can't fucking wait, personally. I know all the lads are the same. It's going to be a big, big night.
What you have to say about that, Nick?
Nice as well, because we're all spread out across the card from the start of the prelims till I think I'm second to last fight of the night. So the next gen crowd's going to be there right the way through the night. Do you know what I mean? Supporting all the lads. So it's going to be a packed out arena from the first fight on the prelims till at least the co-main event. I don't know who's the main event. James Hendon. I don't know what they're following.
Hendon and Varela.
They watch a cracking fight, but I don't know what their following will be. Most people
fighting in an arena, won't it?
Yeah.
But I think everyone will love Varela's walkout one way or the other.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. We're only messing. I like him. I think he's sick.
Yeah. Well, like his walkout's probably the best in Cage Warriors.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I don't know.
Caelan Lockrounds, man. Caelan Lockrounds was deadly.
It is cool with all his masks, and he fights good as well, doesn't he? He's only going for knockouts.
Yeah, he is.
People love knockouts, don't they? Jesus loves knockouts.
Yeah, he stunned the Dublin arena when he beat Ryan Shelley as well. By the way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, he was also meant to be on the Contender Series, so that doesn't seem like it's happening now. But we'll see what happens in that main event.
I think he had visa issues, so he couldn't do it. So
ratting him out there, Ross. Yeah. Typical. But we are definitely going to be tuning in on the 29th. Lads, the biggest question of the day is, and I really wanted to ask you this, but I was a bit nervous, but now I have the balls to ask you. Where's the after party at, lads? Are you all going back to Molly's gaff, or what's the story?
Yeah, I think Molly will sort that. She normally sorts a party. So wherever she goes out.
Shout out Paul Petter. Paul Petter.
Paul Petter on the meatball subs.
So it is. It's going to be back in Molly's gap. That is what we love to hear, lads. Right, lads. Before we wrap things up, is there anything else you want to say to the people tuning in that are going to be buying tickets, supporting Next Gen on the 29th in Manchester?
Lads.
Yeah, just look out for 8 brutal finishes. It's going to be a big night for the lads. Still tickets left. Not a show you want to miss. Manchester always goes off. There's always loads and loads of finishes, loads of knockouts, loads of subs. Don't miss out.
Couldn't have said it better myself, my mate. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the only Next Gen person we're going against is Mac, because he's fighting Adam Shelley. So we're up from Adam Shelley. We're up for the other 7 Next Gen lads, right?
7-1, lads. 7-1. That's a good return, lads. No.
Yeah, we'll see, won't we?
We'll see.
I love it. Look, we can't have a bit of banter on here. Where can you have the banter, lads? We love it. We love it. Guys, look, thanks a million for joining us. We really, really appreciate the time as always. Can't wait to see you go out there, do the business, come fight night. We will be watching. It's going to be an epic one. For those of you who are watching at home, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and as always, stay energized.
Energized show, up the Irish. Been sussing you guys a couple of times. I've seen a couple of clips. I think you've done some interviews with Dylan Moran and that I saw. So keep going, keep up the good work, guys.